Just for here, McGregor, and we're back to a new Kingdom Hearts 3 pre-stream. And if you're out in this last one, definitely go and check it out. Which, yeah, we are continuing the save file that I made when we did my 22nd birthday special stream. Yeah, we're continuing the save file that I have made from there. I thought, just go ahead and just continue to save file, because normally, obviously, I would just, like, from the past, how I would just create a save file just for a certain thing, and then just not even continue from that save file, which I don't know, looking back at it now, I don't know why I did that just not continue from that whole save file itself. Yeah, I don't know exactly why, but yet again, it's just crazy to think that, yeah, the Game Awards has happened, and yet no new Kingdom Hearts 4 things, which, yeah, I was kind of expecting that, to be honest. I mean, I guess you could say we kind of gotten a bit of a or not tease exactly, but, Kingdom Hearts mention. We did technically get Kingdom Hearts mentioned at the Game Awards from the Muppets, right? When they were singing about the different games, they mentioned Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, they mentioned Kingdom Hearts as one of them, but that's it. Which, yeah, there really wasn't a whole lot of things at the Game Awards that I was really interested in. I mean, we did get the release date for that new Lego Batman game, though. Which, the prices is still ridiculous for that. I can definitely say. The prices for that is crazy. $90 to so dollars. Like, yeah. That is just absolutely crazy. But, again, really, there wasn't a whole lot of games that I was really interested in. Besides, I guess you could say that whole Lego Batman, which does look really cool, though. I don't know if I would get it, when it comes to, obviously, its release, like, probably not, but, yeah, I thought that was quite interesting to know more about that, but, again, really, there wasn't a whole lot of stuff in the Game Awards this year, so I guess you could say kind of a disappointing, or kind of not a real great Game Awards this year. Looking back at it, at least I can say that. Wasn't a great Game Awards. Far from the best, obviously. There have been better Game Awards, right? There obviously has been way better Game Awards in the past. Way better ones. But it just wasn't, this year just wasn't the one. Right? This year just wasn't the one to be. I can just say. And I actually thought, when I was continuing to give some trying to figure out some ideas that could be for Christmas, because, Christmas is literally almost here. Like, it's just crazy how close Christmas is at this point. But yeah, I know for one of them that I would like to get on DVD that I just don't see me getting anytime soon. One movie that, in particular, that I would love to get one day, to own, is, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. But, that's not going to happen anytime soon. Probably not until I get my own place for myself, I would say. Same thing with the It movies, which, again, I did like those movies. And I'm pretty sure that this first season of the prequel series has ended not too long ago. I'm pretty sure I heard there's probably going to be at least 3 seasons of that. But, yeah, I can definitely say I probably I'm not expecting those until, in the future when, but, and honestly, I did actually think of another movie, which that was also the new, which I wouldn't call new. Honestly, I wouldn't call new. I mean, it has been maybe a year, maybe 2 years since it came out. But that was the whole um, Looney Tunes movie. The whole Looney Tunes movie with Daffy and Porky. The day the Earth blew up. That I watched while I was at the hospital when I had my second brain surgery. I thought, yeah, in honest opinion, because, I'm obviously, don't ever see me getting the second Winnie the Pooh on DVD until I have my own place, of course. Any of those kind of movies, I don't see in general. As much as I definitely would like to own some of them, I just don't see it happening anytime soon. But, yeah, in all honest opinion, I definitely would say, the Looney Tunes movie, if I have to be just honest. If I have to give an honest opinion. Really, there's not a whole lot of other movies I can think about that I would exactly want for Christmas. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of movies I could say that I can think about that I would want for Christmas. Just in my all honest opinion. I mean, just to think about how, when it comes to the Toy Story movies, you'd think that I would have Toy Story 1 and 2 on DVD, but I actually don't, not even Blu-ray. I'm pretty sure I used to have it on VHS, but I don't remember if I ever did. I don't remember if I ever did or not. So, and yeah, I know I have 3 and 4 on DVD, and I would like to get the other two, like 1 and 2, before the fifth movie comes out, right? I definitely would want to get those movies, or all of them, be able to have all 4 of them until, getting ready for the fifth movie next year. I definitely would like that. The fifth, to have the other 2 movies, since, again, have 3 and 4 on DVD, and, well, Toy Story 3 really on DVD, and Toy Story 4 on Blu-ray I have. But you know what I am talking about, though. Which, yeah, it is pretty interesting how, just looking back at it, how I actually don't own Toy Story 1 and 2. You'd think I would, right? But not, when I just look, like, I make sure I look, and yeah, I actually don't have it, surprisingly. So, either that could be, like, on Christmas, or sometime, maybe later on. Like, it wouldn't even have to be for Christmas, that I could get Toy Story 1 and 2 on DVD or Blu-ray before the fifth movie comes out. At least on DVD, the fifth movie. Not so much. Doesn't really have to be before it comes to theaters, but really before it, fully releases that you can get on DVD. Right. At least that's just me, though. But again, really, besides those movies that I was talking about, the ones that I really don't see me getting anytime soon, and also the movies that I actually like, the whole Looney Tunes movie, which, yeah, that was a pretty good one. Probably one of my favorite Looney Tunes movies, along with, obviously, it's kind of hard to say, but I do consider Space Jam Looney Tunes. I don't know, I'm sure there's probably people that would consider it. Yes, it has the Looney Tunes in it, right? Like, would you fully consider it as a Looney Tunes movie? I mean, I do. Yeah, I do consider it as a Looney Tunes movie. It's obviously, yeah, it has the Looney Tunes in it, of course. But, there's probably some people that may not consider it Looney Tunes, but at the same time, again, it does have the characters in it, but just has, like, different basketball celebrities in it, and other characters, especially if you're referring to the second movie, which, yeah, there's loads of different references. Loads of different references. Which I really do appreciate. Even though I don't really like the second Space Jam all that much, I do appreciate the references. Heck, even Pennywise is actually a part of the crowd as well. Well, yeah, he's actually part of the crowd himself. If you have a very good eye, that you can actually see him. Yeah, it's a pretty good, if you have a very good eye, which, that comes to a lot of the different ones too. Yeah, that comes to a lot of them. If you have a really good eye, you can really just, right, you can just really see. But again, besides those that I've mentioned, can't really think of any other movies. And again, there's not really any other games that I am currently looking forward to that is coming out anytime soon. Right? Again, when it comes to Kingdom Hearts 4, we still don't know where that is. Right? We still don't know the progress of what progress in development Kingdom Hearts 4 is. Right? We don't know where it is in development. Obviously, Spyro 4, I can only assume is still in development, of course. Whatever that new Crash racing game that Baynox teased, which again, or new Crash game in general, it could be a racing game, but in all honest opinion, it could be not a racing game, but still part of a, something. It could be a kart-related thing, if it's not a sequel to Nitrofield, like we're all thinking. Which, yeah, it would be pretty interesting if it actually is, though. Right? If it still is some sort of a sequel to Nitrofield. Which, would I be not completely surprised if it is a sequel to Nitrofield? I would definitely, again, I have expressed plenty of times how I would love a sequel to Nitrofield. The first one was gold, was perfect, right? The first one was perfect, absolutely perfect. All the Grand Prix and all of the customizations and characters it brought, the tracks, yeah, absolutely amazing. One of the best kart racers I've ever played. I would definitely say. It's probably up there with Mario Kart World, which I have played as well. And any of the other Mario Kart games, too. Yeah, there's definitely a good amount of kart racers I have played besides Nitrofield. Like, again, Mario Kart World, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Kart Wii, Mario Kart DS. Really, a lot of the Mario Karts I've played. Yeah, a lot of the different Mario Karts I have played. I have played a lot of the Mario Kart games. I have played some of the Sonic racing games. Like, no, not the new one. Not the new one, but the one that was on the Wii. I can't remember what it was called, but I played that one. I feel like I remember playing the one that had Wreck-It Ralph as a guest star. Right? As a guest character. If I remember, I did play that one. Not a whole lot, but I've played it for a bit. I played it here and there. Again, there's just loads of different ones that I've played. I could just say, I can't really name all of them. I can't really name all of them, but I can just say there is a lot that I have played though. A lot that I have done. So I can just say that for sure. But again, when it comes to movies and games, there's not a whole lot that are currently releasing or I'm currently really thinking of. I mean, like I said, mentioned the one, the ones I've mentioned here a lot of times now. I can just think about the ones that I don't see me getting anytime soon, and also the Looney Tunes movie that I was mentioning. Right? And also, last night I have watched the Charlie Brown Christmas, as I always love watching that one. Don't y'all? Always love watching that every year. That one's definitely one to watch every year. I can straight out say that. For sure. For sure, for sure. Again, it's just still so weird having Oblivion here at the beginning of the game, though, since we are carrying over the whole save file thing. Right, we're carrying over one of the existing save files, right? We have Oblivion with. So, I mean, it is cool that we're able to do that, though. Unlike, this is the only one that we can do that with. Imagine if Kingdom Hearts 4 is like that, though. And we can actually carry over Keyblades or different things from other save files. That would be pretty cool. And another thing I'm sure a lot of us are probably going to be wondering is if critical mode is going to be a thing at day one. Because, yeah, I do know that, if you do know and remember, critical mode actually was not a thing day one when it came to Kingdom Hearts 3. If I do recall, it just came in a later update. Obviously, the Oblivion and Oathkeeper were not in the original, right? The original release. They came in the Remind DLC. Right? They came inside the Remind DLC, so... Ow. These Titans, though. Just splash the water on these Titans here. I'm surprised the water is actually able to hurt the Ice Titan, though. Considering that it is ice. Right? It just makes you think. Since it is ice, you do think that it would not really hurt it all that much. But it actually does. Yeah, it actually does hurt the Ice Titan. When you think it really wouldn't seem to hurt it, it actually does manage to hurt it, though. Then, of course, we have the Tornado Titan. Which, yeah, is definitely something. Definitely something for sure of a Titan. At least we don't have to redo the Rock Titan, though. Yes, the Rock Titan comes back, but thankfully we don't have to straight up refight the Rock Titan though. Right, at least we don't have to do that. Now it's gonna lift us. Yep, there we go. Gonna lift us in the air. Lift us in the air. Which is not too bad to dodge the stuff. As I say that, of course, me yapping that is gonna, I'm gonna end up taking damage, am I? There we go. Again, not too bad of boss fights, I would definitely say for sure. Definitely would not say. Not say. not. I don't know why that's funny. Or why I'm laughing like it's funny. It's probably not even funny at all. Just saying not. Kind of makes you think of knock knock, who's there kind of thing. We ain't doing no knock knock jokes though. Knock knock jokes. Squid, knock knock, who's there? I am. Ha ha ha. Oh yeah. Look out, everyone! Fran in reverse. Fran's in reverse. Whoop whoop whoop. Again, we seriously. One thing I'm really hoping for Kingdom Hearts 4 is more, or playable Riku sections. Right, I really do hope we get to play as Riku in some parts too. Like we need more Riku sections where we play as Riku. Like we really do. We really do need new sections when playing as him. Like we really do need to have new sections when we're playing as Riku. I can't be the only one that, right, like we need new Riku playing sections. Because Riku is just such an interesting character, right? I'm just so glad that, he managed to, when it comes to his character development, I'm just so glad that his character is a lot more likable compared to the one on 1, right? Kingdom Hearts 1, which, yeah, Riku in Kingdom Hearts 1 isn't so much a likable character. I definitely would say. He's not so much likable on the first game. But, yeah, he does get a real deserved character development. Right. He does get a well-deserved character development when it comes to the later games, which I am glad with. I know there are some... oh yeah, and I'm also... There's also another thing when it comes to Christmas. I've also am thinking or asking, and that is a Minecraft Lego set that has the Warden with it. Like, yeah, I love the Warden. I love the Warden in Minecraft. One of my absolute favorite features in the game, and I would just love to have a Lego set as well with it. Because, yeah, they have made a Lego Minecraft set with the Warden in it. So, yeah, that is another thing. That is another thing. Simpson, you know those Bitty Pops, I think they're called? Right? Those Bitty Pops that are sort of like Funko Pops? Which, yeah, they're basically like Funko Pops, but just tiny ones. It'd be cool to have some Simpson ones. Which I definitely want to get some more Simpson merch, though. Simpson stuff. I definitely want to get one day. Like, yeah, I definitely want to try to get some more Simpson stuff one day. That's for sure. I don't know when I'm going to be wanting to get some more Keyblades. Because, again, there are some Keyblades that I definitely want to get, like Kyrie's Keyblade. Kyrie's Keyblade, I definitely would like to get one day. And the Pumpkinhead Keyblade, I would like to get. You know, the Pumpkinhead Keyblade that's from the first Kingdom Hearts game. Again, don't know when. Don't know when, but yeah, definitely would like to get some more, you know, the Keyblades that I have, like the Kingdom Key, the Favorite Deputy, the Big Hero 6, the Tangled Keyblade, the Hercules one from the third game. Definitely want to get some more of those one day. Don't know when, but definitely one day I'd like to get more of those. And have y'all seen the look of Kyrie's Keyblade, though? I'm sure y'all have, right? But Kyrie's Keyblade is so fascinating, right? Definitely up there of my favorites, for sure. I just love the look of Kyrie's Keyblade. It goes up there of my favorites. I tell you, it does go up there of my favorite Keyblades in the Kingdom Hearts series. I just love the different flowers and stuff. It really does resemble Kyrie. I tell you, it really does resemble her character. So that's what I really like about it. Oblivion would also be a cool Keyblade to get as well. The Oblivion Keyblade would also be another real cool one to get as well. I really love the Oblivion Keyblade, how it looks. Definitely another one of my favorites. Trying to think. I mean, there's loads of different Keyblades that are just I absolutely love. Like, some of them that could be kind of hard to actually say which one could be your favorite, because there's a lot. Not only that there's a lot of different Keyblades in the series, but there's loads that would be kind of hard to say that is your favorite. Right? It just is kind of hard to say what could be your favorite kind of Keyblade. It definitely can be pretty hard to say, because there's loads of Keyblades. I don't even know how many in total right now. If you were to count, like, how many, when it comes to numbers, how many Keyblades, there is loads of them in the franchise. Be kind of hard to number all of them that are a thing, right? It would be pretty hard, I'm not gonna lie. It'd be pretty hard when it comes to numbering all of the Keyblades. even if you count the ones from the mobile games too, right? Which I'm completely unsure how how many Keyblades are in those canceled mobile games that you were able to play, and we would never know how many Keyblades were going to be in Missing Link as well. That's the thing too. We'll never get to know how many Keyblades that were going to be in Missing Link, since that's canceled now. We'll never get to see that, and I don't know why I just used that. I was trying to open the chest and I ended up using that instead. There you go, Remy. Again, whenever I think of Remy from Ratatouille, I always think of either Jim, the original Fry Cook, or I also think of Jesse from Story Mode, Minecraft Story Mode, because it's the same actor, right? It's the same voice actor. The guy who voices Remy on Ratatouille voices Jim on the original Fry Cook SpongeBob episode, and also voices Jesse, at least the boy Jesse, the male Jesse on Story Mode. He voices. Which if you do listen to Jim on the original Fry Cook episode, or if you listen to Remy on Ratatouille, I'm sure you can hear Jesse talking, right? Obviously, of course you gotta think about it. Both of those were made way before Story Mode, right? Of course. Ratatouille and the SpongeBob episode were made way before Story Mode came out, because Story Mode first came out in 2015, going back to the very start of the franchise. So, yeah, I could just say that. I guess if you could say, if you say the other way around, like if you listen to Jesse talk, you can hear either Jim or Remy. Used to, I would always not remember Remy's name on Ratatouille. Like, I would always not be able to remember the name for some reason. Used to. I don't know why, but it's Remy. It's Remy. That's the name of the mouse on the rat on Ratatouille. Now that, I would very hope that does not get a live action. Lord, I hope not. We do not need a live action Ratatouille. Because you know how Disney is when it comes to live actions. I mean, heck, we're getting that Tangled live action. We're getting the Moana live action next year. So, yeah, you never know when it comes to Disney at this point. You just never know when it comes to Disney at this point. Like, yeah, Ratatouille is a movie that I just hope that they just stay away from. I hope that they stay away from Ratatouille. I hope they stay away from movies such as Emperor's New Groove. Yeah, I really don't want Emperor's New Groove being live action. I mean, that's one of my absolute up there of my all-time favorite movies from Disney. Like, the amount of times that it just makes me laugh, though, when watching it, though. Like, they definitely do not need to mess that movie up with a live action. Cars would be absolutely stupid to do, right? Like, just imagine a Cars live action. How stupid that would be. Or, that would probably look as well. I'm sure that would probably look pretty stupid. That would definitely not work. Not at all. Toy Story would be horrifying. I would just say, Toy Story would be a nightmare. That would keep a little kid up. I can just imagine. Hopefully they would never do Up, right? Hopefully they would never do Up. Inside Out, I hope they would stay away from. I'm surprised they never done one of Hercules, to be honest. I'm pretty sure back in the day, or sometime, there was going to be one, but it never happened. I do hope that it doesn't happen. A Hercules live action. I'm not trying to give them any ideas, of course. I'm not trying to give Disney any ideas. Yeah. Certainly not trying to give them any ideas for a live action remake. I mean, you would think at the point when it came to the whole Snow White live action, you'd think, especially how terribly it flopped, you'd think that they would have learned their lesson. I mean, yeah, I watched the live action Snow White, and I can just say that was one of the worst things I've ever seen. One of them, of the worst things I've ever seen. I can just certainly say for sure. The only positive thing about the Snow White live action I did like was the designs of the seven dwarfs. Yeah, that was the one and only thing I liked about the live action Snow White was the seven dwarfs designs. I thought they were really neat. But everything else I did not like. I did not like everything else of the Snow White live action. Really, when it comes to Snow White in general, I really didn't care much for the original movie. Yeah, I didn't really care much for the original Snow White. Wait, didn't I turn on the whole gummy sip thing? Hang on. I thought I turned on the whole gummy sip thing. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, there we go. I didn't put on that either. Okay, then. I was gonna say. Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought I... Repair. And then... Yeah, here we go. I thought I turned those on before, but I guess I didn't. Now, some live actions that I watched that I actually did not think that they were that terrible, like Beauty and the Beast. I didn't mind the Beauty and the Beast one. I thought it was pretty cute, the live action of that. Little Mermaid, I liked as well. Which I didn't really care much. I didn't really care so much for the original Little Mermaid. I mean, I wouldn't say I didn't like the Little Mermaid. Just not one of my favorite movies. But I did enjoy the live action one of the Little Mermaid. 101 Dalmatians live action and Lady and the Tramp. Lilo and Stitch was pretty okay. Again, I have mentioned that Lilo and Stitch was a pretty okay live action. I mean, again, when they first announced that they were remaking Lilo and Stitch, the big thing I was terrified of, like, I was just not wanting to say, was how they were going to do Stitch in live action. But they actually ended up making him not look that terrible. He actually ended up looking pretty good in live action. Or how they did Stitch in the live action Lilo and Stitch. I actually did like his design in the end. it looks somewhat very faithful to the actual Stitch design. Like, I have to give props to the filmmakers for actually making it somewhat seem very close to his actual design, though. I can definitely say for sure. It definitely did have somewhat of a very similar feel good, very familiar, very good look of it. I'll definitely say. Because again, it definitely could have looked way worser. Yeah, in the end, it definitely could have looked way worser. But it actually didn't. It actually did not look as terrible as a lot of us feared. Because I'm sure a lot of us could say we had a fear that they were going to straight up just ruin his design. Now, another one that would be absolutely horrible to say in live action would be Monsters, Inc. Like, yeah, that would not be, not Monsters, Inc. Like, yeah, they better stay away from that one, too. I swear, they better stay away from that one, too. They most certainly better stay away from Monsters, Inc. I don't even want to think about how that would be in live action. Saying what Sully and Mike and all the other monsters would look. Boo would probably look somewhat normal, right? Just have a little kid to play Boo, but just the different CGI and stuff that they would have to do for the different monsters and stuff. Like, again, Mike, Sully, Randall, and just all the other monsters in the movie. I certainly would just not want to say. So that'd be kind of horrifying as well to say, to be honest. Just to be honest, I feel like that would be kind of horrifying to imagine. I feel like that would be pretty horrifying to imagine for sure. I don't think any of us would want to think about. There you go. Bring out the Dream Eater. The Dream Eater. Which I am very curious of what kind of lengths or summons that Kingdom Hearts 4 will have. Now, you know, some people have actually mentioned that May from Turning Red. Yeah, I don't think that would be really good for a world. I mean, I didn't really care for that movie. So, but as a summon, when it comes to as a summon, you know, with her Red Panda form, I could see that being a pretty cool summon. Having May in her Red Panda form as a summon, I could see. And of course, there's another summon that a lot of people could see more as a summon than a world, and that is Cars. Which apparently Cars actually was going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 was actually going to have a Cars world, but thankfully it did not happen. But I could see Cars as a summon. maybe um uh either Mater or Lightning McQueen, I could say as a summon, right? I feel like that would work better as a summon. Cars would work better as a summon than being a world. Because I don't want to imagine what Sora would look like as a car. Like, I don't want to imagine what that would be like as a car. And a Heartless as well. I don't want to imagine how they would look as a car. So yeah, I just feel like that it would definitely work a bit better as a summon. Now you can summon while you're on the battlefield, right? Taking out Heartless and stuff. I definitely think would work a bit better. I mean, you could say that for a lot of different things, though. That would probably work a lot better as a summon compared to being a world. Now, I would like to see them bring back, I would like to actually see them bring back Wreck-It Ralph as a world, right? Wreck-It Ralph as a world. I would like to see them bring in a console Kingdom Hearts game. Because the only time they actually brought Wreck-It Ralph in was in the mobile Kingdom Hearts game. Not even the console Kingdom Hearts. So I would really like to see them bring Wreck-It Ralph into a console Kingdom Hearts game. I would like for them to bring... They also need to bring Lilo and Stitch as a proper world. And again, I've said this before plenty of times, but I do not mean Deep Space from Birth by Sleep. That does not really count. Yes, it has Lilo and Stitch characters, but it doesn't even have Lilo as well. And it doesn't even have their home island either. So, I don't necessarily count that as a Lilo and Stitch world. So, we need a proper Lilo and Stitch world in Kingdom Hearts. We need a proper world, have the actual island that you would see in the movie. Like, with Lilo's house and stuff. We need to have. And again, I am very guaranteeing you that Star Wars is going to be in Kingdom Hearts, right? Obviously, we can pretty much state that, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 4 may have Star Wars involved. Just from the whole reveal trailer. Having an AT-AT, I'm pretty sure it's called, foot, that people have spotted in the trailer. One of the giant robot things from Star Wars that they have spotted in the reveal trailer. So yeah, and it's probably about time that Kingdom Hearts does have Star Wars, though. Like, I definitely would want Star Wars in Kingdom Hearts. Even though I am not really so much of a fan of the actual Star Wars franchise, I still would actually like to see it in Kingdom Hearts, though. Especially a Darth Vader boss fight. Yeah, a whole boss fight with Darth Vader. And having either Luke Skywalker or Han Solo or Chewbacca or R2-D2. Which, I feel like R2-D2 would be a pretty cool summon. Right? Imagine R2-D2 as a summon. Be cool to see C-3PO as well. Some of the other Star Wars characters. Maybe just as characters in the story. Not so much playable, of course, but just in the story when you're going in the world. Wandering around in the Star Wars world. You can see we could bump into them. Like, I could just very much see that most certainly being a world. Treasure Planet would also be another great one. Like, yeah, there's a lot of requests when it comes to Treasure Planet. That's for sure. I mean, it was actually going to be an Dream Drop distance. And when it comes to Birth by Sleep, it was going to have Jungle Book. Yeah, Birth by Sleep was going to have the Jungle Book. And Dream Drop Distance was going to have Treasure Planet as a world, but both were cut, probably due to time restraint. That's what I would feel. Probably due to time restraint, they just cut those worlds. I mean, the Jungle Book one looked pretty complete. Obviously, there are some untextured parts. There is footage of people just exploring. Like, I think on the Japanese version of Birth by Sleep, you can actually go into the actual Jungle Book area. Somehow go into the Jungle Book area that's in the files of the game and actually go through untextured areas of the Jungle Book. Again, even though it's untextured, it seemed like a pretty complete world. Obviously, there's no people wandering around and stuff. Yeah, there's no characters or heartless that spawn, or not heartless, unversed. Right, there's no unversed that spawned though, but still, it did look pretty complete. Like loads of the different sections and stuff. There were just a lot of different untextured areas, or not fully textured areas, but still looked like it was a quite complete world, I would say. It did look pretty complete. So I would just, again, assume that they just was, again, even, like, yeah, they were just running out of time either way. Right, they were just running out of time and they just needed to cut something. So they just decided to do the Jungle Book. I do hope that one day we can get the Jungle Book as well in Kingdom Hearts. For it to actually properly be a world that it was going to be back in the day. Like, I really do hope that we can get that proper Jungle Book and Treasure Planet in Lilo and Stitch world. Because we definitely deserve it, too. We definitely deserve to have something like that. Us, the Kingdom Hearts fans, deserve it. That's all I can just say. Imagine The Simpsons. I mean, it is Disney now, right? The Simpsons is obviously now Disney. So, yeah, they could do The Simpsons if they wanted to. Imagine that. Springfield. Sora visiting Springfield. I would love to see how Sora would look in the art style of The Simpsons, though. Like, I would just love to see what kind of design he would be to fit the world order. Him being all yellow, like on The Simpsons. And having Homer or Bart as a party member. Maybe both of them as a party member. Would be really cool to see. Having either one of them or both of them be party members. Why does it always seem like it's so hard to get up onto this part with this chest. Like, why is that? It just always seems like it's so hard to get up to that chest. Like, Goofy does it very easily. Right? Goofy does it very easily, but Sora can't even get up there unless you do find some other way to get up there. Like, poor Sora. Just poor Sora. Just trying to find some other way for him to get up there. But no matter what, though, no matter what. Okay, I'll just leave those ones there. Not sure about finding Dory, or finding Nemo as a world. I'm kind of unsure about if that could work as one. Yeah, I'm kind of unsure if that would work as a world. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, we have seen The Little Mermaid, obviously, how that works, but I'm not sure if there would be any kind of difference when it comes to, like, compared to The Little Mermaid to Finding Nemo. If there'd be any difference to that. Like Sora, instead of being like a merman, him being like a fish or something. That I am kind of unsure if Finding Nemo would even be a one that could work, though. I feel like that would probably be in the no kind of pile. Like, maybe there probably wouldn't be a way for it to work. Who knows about the Muppets, though? Like, just talking about the Muppets. Like, if that could work in Kingdom Hearts. Sora as a Muppet. Right? Sora as a Muppet. That'd be quite interesting to just see how Sora would be as a Muppet. Like, if that would even work or not. That's the thing, too. Like, if it would even work. Probably not. I wouldn't think so. Yeah, I honestly wouldn't think it would probably work. But you never know. You never know. You just never know, don't you? I don't really think that Trinity Guard would actually be any use in this room, Goofy. I'm unsure if the Trinity Guard would work in this area. Probably not. Probably not. You never know. Never know. Alright, you, Heartless. I don't even really think that did anything. Yeah, I don't even think that really did anything. Here, we'll use some water to splash them. Who knew Heartless would get just so damaged in water, though? Like, they would get hurt with water. Same thing you could say with balloons as well. Like, get hurt with balloons. There being some way to get hurt with balloons. I don't really think that would be though. Use Rapunzel and Flynn or Eugene to get the Heartless. I would have thought that would have managed to take this one out. At least, I would have thought. It's all good, though. I can just say, it's all good. There we go. This should be able to take it out. I would be very surprised if it doesn't. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was also going to say, no way that's not going to be able to take it out, but it did. It did manage to take it out. I was right with that. It was able to take it out. Turn all of those on for everybody. Cast Cure there. And again, if you do everything, all these areas with Rapunzel, you actually be able to get something from Rapunzel itself. It's actually really cool, which I'm sure a lot of people may know about, which I'm sure a lot of people don't know about, but it's pretty cool, though, that you actually do get something from doing all these different side things with Rapunzel. You just don't need to scare them. And then you need to get down without scaring them. Which is definitely not easy, I can certainly say. You can't go too fast, though. I'm sure they're gonna... Nope, okay. Yeah, take it slow. Take it slow and steady here. And bring the birds to Rapunzel. Yeah, just... Animals just love Rapunzel, though. Which, animals... The more you think about it, with a lot of the Disney princess movies, a lot of the different Disney princess, animals just love them, right? Which, yeah, I have seen just about every Disney princess movie that there is. And just from what I have seen, of course, that, yeah, animals just love the princesses. I mean, again, you have obviously Rapunzel, and then you have Cinderella, and then you have, which, yeah, I could say Ariel as well. Ariel, animals love Ariel. Um, Princess Tiana, I would say too. Um, Merida. See, this is what you get. That's what you get from doing all those side things with Rapunzel. And you get, I think, 4 AP as well. Snow White, also. Again, a lot of different Disney princesses when it comes to just how animals just love them. Like there is a whole lot, though. For real. There's a whole lot to name, though. Trying to name every Disney princess. Which, could y'all be able to do that? Would y'all be able to remember and name every Disney princess? And would you consider a Disney princess? Which, yeah, Moana, again, especially if you re-look at that whole scene at Wreck-It Ralph, at least the whole Wreck-It Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet, we can see, that whole Disney princess scene with, with Penelope with the Disney princesses. Moana is in there as well. So yeah, Moana would be part of the Disney princesses as well. Used to, I wasn't so sure if Moana counted as a Disney princess. Just going through some of the different Disney princesses. Like, does she count as a Disney princess? But she does. Moana counts as one. I used to always be unsure if she did count or not. If you would count Moana as one. But, yeah, you would. Which, yeah, Moana is another world I would love to see in Kingdom Hearts as well. I wonder how the, Pocahontas world would be. Yeah, I think that would be pretty cool too, because, yeah, Pocahontas is obviously, you would count her as a Disney princess too, wouldn't you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you would count her as a Disney princess as well. I'm pretty sure you would count. Which, again, that is definitely one of the most famous scenes, of course. That whole Disney princess moment scene in Wreck-It Ralph 2. With that whole Disney princess area. Which I'm sure a lot of people would be fans of as well. Big fans of it. And yeah, it's a real cool scene, though. I can definitely say. It's a real cool scene. Most certainly can say. Okay, get the links out. Or the link, because we only have one link right now. Me saying like we have loads of links, which, yeah, that's one thing that you don't carry over from different save files is the summons, the links. You don't carry over the summons that you have from other save files. Yeah, you don't carry over those ones. Okay, bring out this and then just instantly go to the finish area or press the finish button to take them all out. Same thing when it comes to the summon. Well, I'm actually surprised it actually didn't take them all out. Which, maybe it did, except that last one. Who knows? You never know. You just never know. There you go. That for sure was going to take him out. I just know it. That for sure was going to be able to take him out. I just knew that. I just knew that was going to take him out all the way. I just knew it was going to do it. Alright, now it's time to go and fight Mother Gossel's Heartless. Which we'll just ignore these ones. Yeah, we'll just go and head to the tower. Head to the tower. Race to the tower. Sorry, Heartless, but just ignoring y'all. Just ignoring all these Heartless here. Well, these ones we are going to have to fight, though. Right, these ones we are going to have to take out. Those other ones I didn't have to. Man, that was really great. Took them out very quick. That certainly took them out very well. I can definitely say. Put on that. Put on that. That. We don't really have anything here we can do. That I'll put on. Alright, now we can head to Mother Gothel. Go and fight Mother Gothel now. Which I know this is definitely not going to take that long for sure. Yeah, I can just definitely say that for sure, that this is definitely not going to take long to do at all. See, we're already into the DM. We're already in the DM area section. We'll go ahead and go to the dark form. I still am very curious if those reports, rumors would be true when it comes to that whole Scarlett Johansson reportedly are going to play Mother Gothel. Like, I do wonder how that would be. I mean, I'm sure she'll do pretty good as Mother Gothel, right? But yeah, when it comes to the live action Rapunzel. Ow. And she's going to take us and go all the way to the ground like that. Not bad, though. It's not terrible. Come here, Mother Gothel. She's just trying to run away. They said no, that there's no running away. That's what she said, no. There's no running away. You said no, that, Mother Gothel. There's no running away from your problems. No running away from your problems. And there we go. Mother Gothel defeated. A very good fight. I do enjoy, though. I mean, it makes sense that Mother Gothel would be a character to have a Heartless, though. Right? It definitely does make sense that she would be the one of the characters you would say have a Heartless. Kind of like Scar in Kingdom Hearts 2, where he technically has a Heartless. Right? When you do the whole fight with Scar, it's technically his Heartless. Now we go to Toy Story. We go to Toy Story. My all-time favorite Pixar Disney movie. We can now head to no matter what, it definitely will always be one of my absolute favorite Pixar Disney movie. No matter what, Toy Story will always be my number one when it comes to Disney / Pixar. My number one favorite Pixar Disney franchise as well. When it comes to the franchise, like, look, we managed to take this guy out, no problem. Like, the time that we managed to get him, though. That time we managed to defeat him, though. Very quick. to take him out very quick. Verum Rex, Quadratum with Yozora. Again, I'm so excited to see Quadratum, Verum Rex, and Yozora in Kingdom Hearts 4. With us being in Verum Rex, Quadratum, we are being inside of. I do hope that Toy Story is another world that can return, right? Like, this won't be the only time we see Toy Story in Kingdom Hearts. Like, it would be cool to see Bonnie's room, right? Sora in Bonnie's room this time around. And, of course, see characters like Forky. And maybe characters based in the new movie, right? Characters that will be in Toy Story 5. That would be cool to see. But yeah, being able to see some of the other characters that we, in the franchise, we have not seen yet. That Sora has not met yet. Like Jessie as well. It would be really cool to see Jessie. And the Potato Heads. Slinky. Be really cool to see what they could do with the different toys that could appear again if they brought back Toy Story. Because I am, again, definitely hoping that this is not the only time we'll see Toy Story and Kingdom Hearts. Definitely am hoping not. And I mean that, like, as a world, of course, not just as a Link. Which, of course, Buzz and Woody were going to be Link's summons in Kingdom Hearts 2. At least on the Final Mix version. But they got cut, maybe due to lack of time restraints, probably. Maybe the reason why they were cut from the final version of the Final Mix. That's really just my only idea of why they would probably be removed. Buzz and Woody as summons. That would only be my only guess. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I would definitely want to, definitely 100% would love to see Toy Story appear again. I hope this is not the only time we'll see Toy Story and Kingdom Hearts. It better not be, right? It better not be the only time that it appears. I certainly hope it's not the only time. Certainly, I'm hoping not. Okay, those ones are taken out. So it's just basically hitting nothing there. Punch. Gonna have to switch to another mech here. Another Giga. This one is not looking so well. So yeah, switch to another Giga then. There we go. Always loved that part, being able to shoot the Gigas. It's so cool. I always just find it's just so cool to be able to be in the Gigas. Be able to be in the Gigas. Use this on them. Did not even take out the Giga. There we go. Surprised it didn't even take out the Giga. Yeah, I'm quite surprised it didn't even take them out. So good though. So good. All fine and good. The electricity that comes out of them though. These things. Now this should be able to take out this guy. This should be able to take him out. I'd be so surprised if it doesn't. It doesn't. Just about. It just about almost managed to take him out. But it's all good though. So we can put on that. We can put on that. Put none of those on. Put that on. Put that. Put that. We can put that on. There you go. Or we can use that, I should say. Yeah, we can say that. Don't really need to worry about the ones inside there. Not even going to worry about these ones inside here. Yeah, not even going to worry about. We're just going to move on forward. Just going to move on forward there. Move on forward. Golden amulet. Jump on these. Ow. Yeah, all these evil like toys here. It's like toys, the toy store of Doom, like on SpongeBob. We're surrounded, SpongeBob, by toys who want to get us. Kind of being like on that. Alright, with the toy store of Doom. Thinking that the toys want to get them. Thinking that the toys just want to get them. When they really... Again, it's just all in their head. Just being all in their head. $25 just about for days. Like, geez, that price tag it showed. Like, Jesus. Yeah, it had $25 on that price tag for these frogs. Like, that's a bit much. That's a bit much, I would say. $25. And I'm just saying, that does seem like a bit much. Now we got this very creepy doll we have to fight. Gotta now fight this doll. Which certainly is some doll for sure. Some creepy possessed doll. It just reminds you of. Certainly would remind you of. Gonna use the rocket. Use the rocket. Rocket. Just knock her all around. Just knock this doll all around here. Just launch the rocket straight at her. Use... I don't even think I even hit her. I think it hit the box instead. Yeah, I think it hit the box instead. Didn't even hit her. There we go. Quite an interesting boss fight as well, I can certainly say. Let's see. Yep. High jump. Definitely put that on. Definitely put that on. Head over to here. Save the 3 aliens. Okay, go and just use the mechs. I'm gonna use the mechs here. Just so we can get that UFO too. Be able to catch that chase after the UFO. Where are you? There you are. Come here, UFO. There you go. And we got thunder as well. Get the thunder magic. The 3 aliens have been rescued. I can now go and replace Arrow with Thunder. Yeah, I can now replace Arrow with Thunder. Because I always have Thunder on the triangle. Always make sure I have Thunder on the triangle when it comes to my customizing. I can put that on. We're still good there. Guess I can put that there. Can use that. Put that there. Put that. There you go. That'll be all good. Now let's head back to this game store, which, wow, that was perfect. Managed to land right where we needed to be. We got to right where we needed to be there. Right where we needed to be. Alright, we have this Giga section. Which this part is really cool though. This whole Gigas. Basically in like a Verum Rex shooting game here. Wow, that was not, that was, wow. That's all I can just say. That's all I can say about that. Pretty much a fail. A big fail. Gonna get out of that one and get into this one here. So I can have these cannons. Yeah, just so I can have these cannons with us. Or cannons on us. I feel like it doesn't have, which, yeah, it's probably not one of the greatest, this Giga we have here, but definitely want to just switch here. Oh, if he would have backed up a bit more, I could have gotten him there. I could have gotten him though. This one's starting to get to where, yeah, not so. Wow, that was a fail. Okay, gonna switch out. Because it wasn't looking so great. Alright, now we got that golden, like, Giga that we now have to take out. Gotta now take it out. Come here, you. Use the cannons on it. See if I can get it to over here and then shoot. Boom. Yeah, I get some damage in there. There we go. And we got the Ralph, Wreck-It Ralph Link as well. Got the Wreck-It Ralph Link. Got the Wreck-It Ralph Link. Now I can go and rescue Buzz. Go and rescue Buzz now. Head over to the Kid Corral area. Over to the window. No Heartless here. So we're all good here. Because no Heartless spawn. No Heartless have spawned, I should say. Really cool here being able to use these Gigas to move the blocks like this though. There you go. I've moved the, or unblocked the door. Now we need to destroy these mechs. Take out these mechs here. This is one heck of a fight. Like, these things are really giving us a heck of a fight, though. There we go. I'm gonna switch Gigas here. I'm gonna switch up Gigas. Move the blocks. See what I mean, though? It's just really cool how it's moving the blocks. And it forms a cactus as well. How it just ends up forming a cactus shape. Just really cool. Gotta make it to get more juice here. Wait a bit more. Okay, now go up. Take out these heartless. Fall, or head down. That took them out. At least the ones that we were able to get, though. I feel like I've used to have been in a playground that was something like this. Especially with those bags that was hanging up that y'all saw. Right? That looked like sort of punching bags. I feel like I used to... I don't know if it was Burger King or something like that. Back in the day when I was able to be in a playground. When I was able to fit in there. Which I'm sure I can still fit in it, but obviously I just don't want to hurt myself at this point when going into it. Yeah, would not want to end up hurting myself going in a playground. Now, don't want that now. Yeah, I remember going in, like, McDonald's playground, Burger King playground, back in the day. I used to go into. As I guess I could say now, right, the back in the days, back in the old days. I can just put it as back in the old days. In the old days. My old days. My very younger days. I could call it. Hey, back to my younger days. Where's it at? There it is. I saw it. It was somewhere. It was somewhere. Got those are the last blocks we need. We have now made the cactus. Now we can head upwards. Head upwards. And go and do the boss. And complete the Toy Story world. So let's go. Okay, ow. Just use these. We can use the rocket as well. Release the rocket. I don't know if it even hit it. Blizzard, blizzard. Casting blizzard on it. Almost got it. Blizzard. Almost there. There we go. Not a too bad boss fight, I can definitely say. Definitely not a bad boss fight for sure. I can certainly say. Certainly say. And that's Tangled, and Toy Story completed. Tangled and Toy Story completed. So let's see, that's battle level 24 and battle level 26. Arendelle. Head on over to Arendelle. Anna and Elsa, Olaf, Sven, Kristoff. The first movie will always be the only Frozen movie to me. When it comes to the Frozen movies, the first one will always be the only one, in my opinion. Was not a fan of the second one. I'm not going to watch the third and any of the other ones that come out. Arendelle. Arendelle, 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 Arendelle. And y'all know those Kingdom Hearts pants that I sewed y'all, that I managed to get on my birthday? I'm wearing those right now. I meant to mention that before, but I'm actually wearing those Kingdom Hearts pants with Lay and Xemnas on it. Yeah, I meant to mention that before, but I didn't even think about it until now. Didn't even think about it until now. Pretty funny. I didn't even think about it till now. I love the description that says, "Go talk to the woman who fled across the water," when it's talking about Elsa, to saying to go and follow the girl that fled across the ocean or the water or the ice, whatever, right? What it says on the description of what the next task is to do. And also, I do love that we have Marshmallow. as a party member. You know, the giant monster Marshmallow. I love that we have him as a party member later on as well. You get to have him as a party member. That's just so cool to have. Level 19. Take that, you heartless. Frozen is yet another movie I hope they don't live action. Do a live action remake of. I hope they don't do. But like I said, we really can't expect what Disney is going to do at this point. Like, you know that they're probably going to try to remake every single thing that they've made. As much as we would not want that to happen, I'm pretty sure that's going to be what they're going to do, right? You know, for the money. To do it for the money. Like, really, you can't expect... Really, that's all we can really expect when it comes to Disney at this point. Like, there's really no predicting. Come on, Donald. Level 20. Let's see. Head this way. Again, it is kind of hard to when it comes to this part of the level, right? When you're in this part of the world, this very early on, when it's just all nighttime basically, it can be pretty hard to navigate through. But later on, when it gets daytime, of course, when it's all daytime and stuff, it's not that terrible. But it can be pretty tough when you're in the nighttime part. I can definitely say. I wanted to make sure I was using the right link. I don't want to accidentally use Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah, I didn't want to accidentally use Wreck-It Ralph. I mean, it wouldn't have been terrible, though. Like, it wouldn't have been bad. I just would have preferred to use the Dream Eater link. That's all. That is all. Just would have preferred to use that. Of course he would have survived from that, because he used the armor. And of course he survived that too. And he survived that too. Dang, all this armor. All this armor that this guy is having. Making him survive all these different things we're throwing at him. Like he's surviving everything we're throwing at him. Or at least we're trying to throw at him. He's surviving every single bit. Every single thing we're trying to throw at him. There we go. Got him. Now we gotta escape, I guess you could say, the ice prison. Which is basically what it is, technically. Right? It is an ice prison. that Larxene made. So yeah, we just gotta find a way out of it. Just find a way out of the place. And it's really not that bad when it comes to navigating through this place, though. It's not all that terrible as you would think. It's not the absolute worst thing. For sure. Of course, there would be some that would survive. Some of these Heartless that would survive, of course. Like, of course there would. I don't know why. I don't know why I was trying to use Thunder. If I knew that wasn't gonna work. I don't know why I was trying to use Thunder, because I knew that wasn't gonna work anyway. So yeah, there really would have been no point trying to hurt one of the Heartless that uses Thunder as its power. Of course, these guys would have survived because, well, they would have just came in. Right, they would have just come in. There you go. Now we go and deal with these nobodies. Like, this place is just filled with surprises, you could just say. These things are just absolutely filled with them. Absolutely filled with these types of different things. Okay, that was the only one for there, for Don, or Sora. Just gonna use Donald here. Here, plane outside. Seems like it's very low too, so y'all can probably hear it. Not even gonna deal with those ones there. surprised that actually didn't take them all out. There you go. Got Thundaga. Thundaga. That's one. And then two. Let me see. No, I already checked that, didn't I? Yeah. I already checked that. Oh yeah, I can put I didn't even put these for Donald and Goofy. The seals for Donald and Goofy. I didn't even do. Again, I appreciate how they say how Sora can climb this, but you don't even come to think of how they don't even say how Donald and Goofy can climb it either. Right? They don't even say that. Like, oh yeah, you can climb it, but we can't. Like, how about us? We can't climb it, but you can, Sora. Like, I just find that pretty funny. There you go. That went good, I would definitely say. That's another one. Another one. All turned. Just because we didn't use that whole slide thing in Olympus, it's teaching us how to do it. Just since we didn't do it in Olympus, it's just going to tell us how to do it here. Jumping up here just so I can get the chest up here. Just because I want to get the chest there. Use ethers here. There you go. Just so I can have the links. Just so I can get the links here. And pop. Just all pops there. Because they pop. Pop, 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 pop. Kind of like Pennywise. Pop, 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 pop. When he's telling Georgie about the circus, right, in the sewer, and him saying, there's popcorn, hot dog, or there's hot dogs, cotton candy, you know, just saying all these different things, and then saying to him, and Georgie is like, popcorn, and he's like, is that your favorite? Because they pop, 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 while laughing. Like, I just love the way he just says it too, and just saying pop, 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 pop. Like, it's just funny how he just puts it before he just does that demonic stare, and then like, oh, without your boat, you don't want to lose it, Georgie. Bill's gonna kill you. You know, just repeating what poor Georgie said, thinking that his brother was gonna kill him for losing the paper boat that he made for Georgie. And I'm sure, obviously, he would have not, though, right? Obviously, I would definitely say he would definitely not if he just left the paper boat there. I mean, dude. I mean, I know Georgie was just a kid there, right? But you think that he would probably should have known that, yeah, if he's seen a clown like that inside the sewers, like, yeah, that would definitely be a, like, yeah, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna do the whole, head out. I'm gonna head out kind of thing. I would do. If I was Georgie, like, I'm gonna head out. Do my fingers, like people would say when saying that, I'm gonna head out. That's what I would do if I was in Georgie's position, or I'm sure any other kid would. If any little kid like Georgie would do that, I'ma head out. I'ma head out. I'ma head out. That's what I would say. I'ma head out. Which there was an actual alternate saying that was removed where Georgie actually survived and didn't get taken. Yeah, an alternate opening to the movie where he actually didn't get taken. Pretty interesting, I would say. How there's an alternate opening to the movie like that. So interesting. Yeah, we got this part now. We got this part. The whole lasering part. I know everybody would like this part, though. Ow. The whole lasers. Ow. Yeah, these lasers, though, are definitely something. For sure. Definitely something for sure. On some of these, you don't even have to jump. Right, some of these you don't even have to jump. And thankfully there's some of those orbs there, health orb things, for you to be able to use there. While we sled down, or while we get into to the bottom of the pit here. Okay, once we get to, where Olaf would come over and see them, we would just pause there for a bit, because gonna take a lunch break. It is getting lunchtime. And I got some leftovers in the fridge from last night when I went out to eat. So I'm going to have some of the leftovers. But we'll be back after that. Yeah, we'll be back after that. Intermission. Yeah, we'll take an intermission. We'll take an intermission on that. So let's take out these things right quick, because obviously we have to take out these guys first. These Heartless first. Yeah, we gotta take out these Heartless first before we get to that part. Gotta take out these Heartless. Come here, you Heartlesses. Just burying themselves in the snow. Yeah, these things just gonna bury themselves in the snow. Okay, take them. There we go. Got them taken out. All of them have been taken out. Double flight. Air combo boost. Put that for Donald. Put that for Goofy. So yeah, we'll be back. Alrighty. We are back now. After the break we had. Or little break we had. Went to eat lunch. Or go and eat. So now we are back where we left off. So let's head to where we get where see not Frosty. Not Frosty. You know, Anna and Kristoff and Sven and Olaf. That's what I was meant to say. That's what I meant to say. Let's go and retrieve Olaf. Well, it is pretty cool that you can actually do this mission, or this little task again, when you revisit this section after completing the world. Like, it's actually pretty cool. And you actually get either an elixir or a mega elixir. I think it might be just a regular elixir. Still though, pretty cool that you can get that from, I think Elsa actually gives it to you. And I do like that there's alternate scenes too from the different body parts that you get Olaf. Like when you give him 2 of the wrong ones, it shows what happens until you get the right one. And it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's go, Goofy. Throw him down. Yeah, just throw him down. There you go. Excuse me. So let's see, where is it? There it is. Put that on. Don't have anything for down. Guess I can put that on for right now. Yeah, I'll just put that on right now. For now. Take that, you Heartless. Like, these Heartless, though. Absolutely cool, though. No puns intended, right? No puns intended saying how cool these Heartless are. Because, you know, we're in a snow-like world, right? We're in a snow-like world. So I'm saying the whole cool, it can be cold, right? But also cool, like awesome, or just saying something is cool. That's just pretty funny. Thought I could go behind him. There we go. Level 25. Ow. That certainly ended great, didn't it? Excuse me. Sorry, you Heartless. Yeah, Lance does Mary Poppins like Heartless very far. Again, it always reminds me of Harry Poppins. Mary Poppins. Just with the umbrellas and stuff. It just reminds me a lot of it. A lot of Mary Poppins, which I never seen, never watched. Okay, then we'll now use this. I'll use it here. Why not? Nope. I thought that was like the ship. The rocket ship. Not the rocket ship. The pirate ship. I thought it was. There we go. Yeah, I thought it was the pirate ship, but it wasn't. These Heartless, though. These big, fat like Heartless are certainly something when it comes to trying to defeat them. Certainly something, I may add. Then once again we'll use it down here. Use the finisher here. Level 26. We can also use these too. I have to take it out with very quick ease, can I just say. We still got enough here to do it again. Slightly. Managed to take it out as well. Almost to the marshmallow fight, which is really cool. I can definitely say I really do like the whole marshmallow fight. Think it's really cool. Again, no puns intended. No puns intended when saying that. No puns intended. 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 No puns, I would say. Alright. Y'all ready for this? A really cool fight though. Again, I have a separate save file, basically, just for this whole fight alone, because of how cool it is. And again, us being able to have it as this guy as a party member though. Marshmallow as a party member. Still managed to freeze us there. Come on. Get him like that. And haha. We just get him like this. This will certainly take out his health bar for sure. And then we'll once again go ahead and use this. Use some meteors with Donald too. Why not? Man, just flipping them over like that though. There we go. Again, a really cool fight. A really great fight. Definitely one of my absolute favorites, for sure. I can definitely say. Boom! Again, just... What are you doing, Goofy? I have no clue what Goofy was doing. Yeah, I have no clue whatsoever. He was just on that rock. I don't know what he was trying to do. Wasn't even fighting to... Near coming close to... No, I did not want this. I wanted this. That's what I wanted. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Go ahead and use this. We almost got Marshmallow as our party member. Now we got Marshmallow as our party member now. Managed to have him now as our party member. Again, it's so great to have Marshmallow as a party member right after, not too long after you managed to do the whole fight with Marshmallow. That's what I like. Like, whoever thought of the idea to have Marshmallow as a party member, it's genius. Certainly was genius. That's for sure. Take a little shortcut there. Get to use this where we're using Marshmallow we can attack them with Marshmallow. Really good party member. Now we have this here. Which, yeah, Marshmallow can just go with ease there. Marshmallow has no problems when going across. He has no problems. Whoa. Get lifted up. Why don't we? Like, yeah, we got lifted pretty high. Here come Marshmallow. Marshmallow's just waiting patiently. Marshmallow's just waiting patiently for us. Here we go, Marshmallow. Just waiting patiently. Alright, boss fight time. With, I can only assume, obviously would be Hans's Heartless. What I can assume. Definitely would assume Hans's Heartless. Wait here. Why don't we use the Ever After Keyblade here? Being able to drain that health bar down. We can use the rest to just do that heal there. Take those things out. Use the meteor. Oh, I'm assuming it's gonna. Yep, it wasn't taking any damage, so I would have only assumed it was going to the desperation move. That's what I would have. That's what I would have thought. Yeah, that's what I was only assuming. Was it using the desperation? Just using the desperation move. That's what I would only assume. But it's all good. It's all fine. I can use this again to once again drain some of its health. And once again, do it again. Not quite of draining it though. Okay, once again, it's going to do desperation. Going to do its DM. Normally it would do it 2 times. It only depends on the difficulty too. What difficulty you're on. It may do it more than just 2 times. But and also it depends on the level too. It depends on the level that you're on. How leveled up you are. It depends. Yeah, it just only depends. Depends really of what level you're on when it comes to for Sora especially. Not really so much Donald and Goofy, right? Or any of the other side party members you have. It really doesn't matter. It's really just Sora. Okay, this should, either this one or the next one we do, should take it out. Yeah, the next one will take it out. for sure. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was gonna say either the first one or the second one was gonna finish it. And yep, it was the second one. I mean, I could have just casted a thunder, or a blizzard, or water, and it would have taken it, or fire even, and it would have taken it out. It would have taken it out. But hey, it's fine. It's fine. All good. Pretty sure now is 100 acre. I mean, I could wait to do 100 acre woods. Yeah, I could wait to do the 100 acre woods. We'll go to Mastropolis. Monsters Inc. We'll go to. Do Monsters Inc. Now, I was gonna say that was actually some pretty good turning there. Through there until I got hit. I'll stand corrected. I stand corrected from what I said. This one is also going to be pretty easy too. Yeah, there we go. See? Just like that. Just like that, it's taken out. I have to take them out just like that. Monsters Inc. I say Zinc, but Monsters Inc. is what it is. You know, I don't know why I say it like Monsters Inc., but it's Monsters Inc. What it would be, would it? Yeah, that's what it would be. Use the carnival. So good to actually have the unversed return though. Just so cool to see return. Take those out over there. Again, just casting thunder. It can really help just by really that's the only thing can, just by casting that. It can be pretty simple. can be pretty simple. Can be pretty cool. Okay, yeah, that was kind of my fault because I wasn't really paying attention there. Yeah, so that was my fault for not getting those Heartless there. So I can say that is on me. Yeah, I definitely will say that is on me. Definitely will say that whole thing was on me. This part isn't all that terrible. Just fighting the Heartless and just getting to where Bo will laugh. Right, since you need laugh power to open the door. Just use the laugh power to get the doors open. I love how he turns black. Sora turns black when you go into the dark form. I mean, it makes sense, though. It reminds you of anti-form, though. Dang it, I did not mean to use that. Nope, 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 no, no, no. Keep using the wrong things. No. Okay, just wait. Just wait. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I meant to do. Yeah, that's what I meant to do. But y'all saw how that was, though. Y'all saw how that was. All these doors, though, it's just crazy. And just, again, just crazy. That's all I can say. Like, so many doors, though. I keep always thinking, some of these parts that always get me. Like, yeah, they are sort of cutscenes. Like, you think that you could skip them, but not necessarily. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can't necessarily skip them unlike you would with actual cutscenes, though. It can be pretty confusing and always get me. It can just always get me. Go into dark form again. Which I didn't have to defeat those Heartless. That's the thing, I didn't even have to defeat them. But I just chose to. I just chose to do it. Here you go, Goofy. Switch shields. Switch shields with Goofy. Just switch shields with Goof. Yeah, the 100 Acre Woods, you don't have to do, really, to complete the game. You know, to complete the story, since it's just a mini game world. Since it's just a mini game. You're just doing mini games. So yeah, when it comes to the 100 Acre Woods, they don't count for, you know, beating all the worlds to get to the end of the game. But I like to do the 100 Acre Woods just because. I like to do them just because I just like Winnie the Pooh and the 100 Acre Woods, Blood and Honey, Winnie the Pooh, 100 Acre Woods. I could just say, not just Blood and Honey, of course, but, you know, the actual Disney Winnie the Pooh I like as well. Of course. Of course. And again, we don't necessarily have to defeat these unversed as well. But I just choose to, right? It's just, I choose to. I just choose to defeat these. You don't have to, but I just choose to. It's not an absolute huge area, too. So, oh well, that was gonna just go away anyway, so I just knew that, yeah, I will just go ahead and use that thunder. Like, might as well go ahead. Gonna end up using it either way. Just gonna go ahead and use it either way. Let's see, I don't think we can. We may can upgrade some of the Keyblades. I'm unsure. I'll do Oblivion, of course. Yeah, Oblivion, of course, I would do. Definitely do Oblivion. Since it's really the Keyblade I'm mostly using. Right? It's the Keyblade I'm mostly using, so might as well. Might as well. Just the way I just knocked the Heartless into the air like that, though. That's certainly something, ain't it? Really, really cool. Use the carousel. Take a handful of these out. I can sort of do the same thing with the pirate ship, too. There we go. Abilities. Put that on. Nope, not 0 XP. Not 0 XP. Yes, Leaf Bracer. Definitely Leaf Bracer. Yeah, definitely want Leaf Bracer on. Strength, Magic, Defense. Put all of those on. Ow. Give me that high potion. Just watch out for these lasers. Now, if we were in critical, there's a chance that could just kill us pretty much instantly. Or at least close to. I guess it depends on the level that you are, too. Going back to the whole depending on the level that you are. It only depends on that. Once again, have a whole making Boo laugh meter that we're having to do. Oh, the Unversed ate us. The Unversed ate us here. Can use the pirate ship. I just instantly do the whole finisher when it comes to when I use the pirate ship. Yeah, I just use the whole finisher straight away. Boo's certainly getting a laugh out of this, though, for sure. He's certainly getting a laugh for sure. That's all I can say. Come on, Donald. Use your firework magic. It's like the Panda King firework artistry. Using the firework artistry. There we go. Did a scream strike there to get a big laugh. Sorry, Mike. Using Mike as a bowling pin. Or, well, as a bowling ball, I should say. I mean, he is round, basically, like a bowling ball. So I do like what they did there. Right? What they did there. Using Mike as a bowling ball. I thought that's just pretty clever. Pretty clever to use Mike as a bowling ball. Very clever. Level 30. Let's see, there it is. Go ahead and put that on. And yeah, again, if you're doing a level 1 run, then yeah, most of the things would most certainly kill you in one hit. Right? There's a lot of the things that may certainly kill you in one hit. I can most definitely say. Definitely will say. Which again, I have done level 1. A whole level 1 run on Kingdom Hearts 3. And Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. I have also done with all 3 characters on Birth by Sleep. I've beaten on level 1. Probably the easiest, I would say, of the level 1. The level 1 ones of the Kingdom Hearts games. Probably the easiest I have done. At least, just my opinion. I feel like maybe, out of all the ones in Birth by Sleep, maybe would definitely be Ven's. Especially the whole final Vanitas fight. I definitely would say that's probably a bit, was a bit challenging, I could say, at level 1. Yeah, I could say was a bit challenging at level 1. Again, it really just depends. Aqua's... I sort of found Aqua's pretty easy. I'm not gonna lie. Aqua's was sort of easy. Was probably the easiest of the 3. And of course, Terra kind of had a pretty hard one as well, with the whole Terranort fight. Right? The whole fight with Terranort. Didn't even... Nope. 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 I wouldn't think a ship would even fit in this little area. I wouldn't even think a ship could fit in that very small space. I wouldn't even think it would have. I would not have thought. Just use water everywhere. Really, all you have to do is just defeat the Heartless, and they'll do that. Yeah, just take care of the Heartless, and really that's that. There you go. And we got Simba. The Simba Link summon we've now gotten. This one, though, is certainly something. Yeah, this Unversed is certainly something. I can certainly say that. I will definitely say. There it is. Not anything there. Okay. We're all good here. I was trying to cast Thunder on Mike Wazowski. I was trying to cast Thunder on. Don't want to hurt Mike. Don't want to hurt good old Mike Wazowski. That would not be very good for us to do. I can't imagine how this black stuff feels. Like, I can't imagine how icky it feels on the feet. I would not want to know what it feels like. Probably feels very nasty with that Unversed that Vanitas created. Feels like on your feet. Let's look at all this stuff. Again, it's a trail. There's a whole trail leading all the way to here. Like, I just do not know. Oh, of course it had to do these hands, so we couldn't actually hurt it yet. Of course it did. Right? Of course it did. Of course it would have done that. I managed to dodge that last one, but not that whole fire part. I was not able to dodge. How about that, though? Was not able to dodge that. Okay, just go ahead and use this to hopefully take care of most of the hands. Especially. There we go. Kira. That's the Monsters Inc. world completed. The Monsters Inc. world completed. Really, really good. Definitely will say. Now we can go to 100 Acre Woods. Now I'll go to the 100 Acre Woods now. $100 Acre Woods, 100 Acre Woods. So back to Twilight Town. We can go over to Merlin. Oh yeah, and let me see with the postcards. Because I'm very sure of how... Oh, we only have 2 postcards. I would have thought we would have had a bit more. To be fair, I thought we would have had a bit more postcards. But surprisingly we don't. Hello, Pooh. I see a lot of people don't really like the whole 100 Acre Woods in Kingdom Hearts 3. It's definitely my favorite of the 100 Acre Woods ones, though. I would definitely say. Again, that's just my opinion, of course. Definitely just my opinion on that. But, yeah, I just like the style of... Especially how you're just able to do the 100 Acre Woods, like, without even getting any of those torn pages. Which, yes, I also do like getting the whole torn... Going out and collecting the torn pages in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. I really do like. I can just definitely say that. Get them, Tigger. And again, you don't even have to do the 100 Acre Woods to beat the game. Like, you don't even have to do it. It's just something that you can do if you want to. Especially, obviously, if you want to collect everything, but it's just there if you want to do it, since it's just mini games, right? The 100 Acre Woods is just mini games that you do, not anything that you would do in any of the other worlds that are, based on the story, right? Would be story. Which, yeah, there is sort of story parts in the Hundred Acre Woods, but again, you don't even have to do the Hundred Acre Woods. Just like how on Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, you don't even have to do Atlantica. Well, especially Kingdom Hearts 2 at least, I would definitely say. You don't even have to do Atlantica on Kingdom Hearts 2 if you don't want to. Because all it is just minigame, right? It's just a minigame with different songs. Different song minigames. So that's why when we do Kingdom Hearts 2, we don't even do it on the streams, because obviously, again, the audio's already going to be muted either way, so that would defeat the whole purpose, wouldn't it? It would kind of defeat the whole purpose of going to the whole world if you're not going to be able to listen to any of the audio part of the music of the minigames. So, yeah, that's why I just do it off screen when we stream Kingdom Hearts 2. I just do it off screen because there's really no point on even doing it. A musical minigame if y'all can't even do that when it comes to the whole music. If y'all get what I'm going at. If y'all get what I'm going at. If y'all get what I'm going at. And again, I love that Lumpy is also on here. Lumpy the Heffalump, right, is on this one. That's another thing I like about on the 100 Acre Woods on the third Kingdom Hearts has Lumpy. Hopefully we see some of the other 100 Acre Woods characters too. Which I'm quite surprised that we don't have Eeyore. Like, Eeyore doesn't show up. And of course, Ro and Kanga. Right, they don't show up. And also Rabbit on Kingdom Hearts 3 is voiced by Tom Kenny. Yeah, Tom Kenny actually voices Rabbit on the 100 Acre Woods and Kingdom Hearts 3. That's pretty cool, ain't it? Having Tom Kenny, SpongeBob, Spyro's voice being Rabbit on Kingdom Hearts 3. Really, really cool. Gotta pick some flowers here. Some good old flowers. And there is Pooh just having a jar of honey, waiting for him to have that smackaroo-2 of honey. Because you know he needs that smackaroo-2 of honey. Makes me wonder, would Pooh even like hot honey? Like if honey was spicy or hot tasting, even if it's still honey, I wonder if he would still eat that. I wouldn't think so, but at the same time, I feel like he probably would, because it would still be honey he's eating. So you never know. Right, you never know, because it's at the end, it's basically Pooh Bear, right? It's Winnie the Pooh, so he would just probably eat just about any kind of honey that you would have, or that you would give him. He would eat just about any kind of honey you would give him. That's what I would definitely see. Just give him any kind of honey and he would definitely eat it. Alright, Rabbit. I would have thought he would have gotten the rest there. There we go. 100 Acre Woods completed. Like I said, since it's basically a minigame world, it's pretty short. Right? Since it's not one of the main story worlds to complete the game, that you need to do to complete the game, to finish the story, then, yeah, it's just, it's pretty short. It's a pretty short world, but I do love it, though. Definitely love it. Most certainly. The Caribbean. Again, this is definitely my favorite of the Caribbean worlds in Kingdom Hearts. Just because of the whole fight with Davy Jones. I just love. And since Davy Jones is my favorite Pirates of the Caribbean villain, too. And since you also fight on the Flying Dutchman itself, obviously not the Flying Dutchman like on SpongeBob, but the Flying Dutchman, the ship. The Flying Dutchman, the ship on the Pirates of the Caribbean. I like the way that it starts, too. That the Caribbean world starts. It's pretty cool. Pretty neat. Chasing after the Black Pearl. Right? Starting it while chasing after the Black Pearl. Which, again, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. I just ignore these Heartless here, just so we can get to the Heartless here. And again, I just also love the graphics too. How realistic the graphics are. Like, it's like you're actually watching one of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies when you're doing the Caribbean on Kingdom Hearts 3. It just looks so realistic, like on the movies. It's like you're watching one of the actual movies of the Caribbean itself, especially when it comes to some of the cutscenes. I can just say. I definitely gotta give some credit to Square Enix for how well it looks. Alright. Like, definitely have to give them credit there. You are able to drive a ship in Kingdom Hearts 3, and also do some pirate battles as well, and also on Slide 3, right? I just love that you're able to do it in Slide 3 as well. Do some ship battles. And even fight the boss on a ship, too, right? Which of course, obviously Slide 3 came before Kingdom Hearts 3, right? Obviously. Slide 3 came out before Kingdom Hearts 3. But still, I just love how they have pretty similar things there. They have pretty similar things when it comes to how you're able to fight on a ship, or you're able to fight with a ship and fighting other ships too. I just absolutely like. Right on top. And this Heartless is certainly interesting for sure. Certainly a very interesting one. And Sora's got a good grip. I'm not gonna lie. He's got a good grip. Being able to hang on when that bird, Heartless thing, whatever this is supposed to be, screams at it. Screams at Sora, basically. Like, he's got a good grip for hanging on with one hand. Being able to hold on with one hand like Sora does, like, yeah, that's a pretty good grip he's got. Pretty strong grip. Until there, of course. Where are you? There you are. I was looking for you. I was looking for it. We shouldn't have to get on it again, should we? Shouldn't we? Yeah, we don't even have to get on it again to be able to finish it off. There we go. When it was about dead anyway. It was about dead anyway, so wouldn't even really be any point on getting onto it. Wouldn't be really any point getting onto the ship or getting onto that Heartless. Wouldn't be no point whatsoever for that. I can certainly say for sure. Sora and Goofy especially are very good when it comes to being able to hold their breath, though. I can just say, really, Donald is already a duck, right? Donald really is already a duck, so you think that it would be a bit easier for Donald to hold his breath. But not so much Goofy and Sora, right? Especially since, they can be able to talk. Like, they can be able to talk underwater, though. And we can use Sea Blizzard and Sea Thunder. I just find that funny. And Sea Fire. Yeah, Sea Fire. Hey, if we're underwater, how could there be a... Maybe unless if you call it out, right? Call out the, hey, if we're underwater, how could there be a... And then it goes out. Kind of like on SpongeBob. That still will be one of my absolute all-time favorite jokes, though. I'm just saying. That will still always be known to be one of my favorite jokes. And one of my favorite moments, too. Just the fact that Patrick, Patrick acknowledges it as well. Acknowledges, yeah, if they're underwater, how could there actually be a fire in the first place underwater? I mean, yeah, we see fire underwater a lot in SpongeBob, and other stuff too that you would not be able to see in SpongeBob. There's the aerial link, but especially when it comes to how there's fire underwater. I'm just saying, hey, if we're underwater, how could there be a... And then it just goes out. Right when you call it out. Right when you call it out, it just goes out. Like Patrick is acknowledging the whole cartoon logic. He is very well acknowledging that whole fact there. And I could say it's definitely a pretty smart moment for Patrick, too. I'm not going to lie. It is a pretty smart moment of Patrick, though. Because you really wouldn't think somebody like Patrick to point that out. You wouldn't think it would be somebody like Patrick to point something as obvious like that. That... What? Like, that you would just say, what? Like, really, Patrick? Did that just come from you? Right? Right? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Alright, now we gotta race Luxord. Right, race Luxord to Port Royal. But this is certainly a fascinating race. I can just say, it is certainly a fascinating race to Port Royal. Certainly a race for sure. One banger of a race, maybe I can say. Would you probably say it? It would be something like that. Maybe not. Like, it's one heck of a banger. Just watch out for all these ships that are coming, too. And really just pay attention to Luxord as well. Just pay attention to Luxord and where he's at. Then you should be okay. Yeah, you really should be okay. Really, besides that, I feel like I've only failed this mission maybe once or twice because of how, yeah, just with these Heartless. These Heartless on the ships. But, like I said, I have not really failed this mission a whole lot as you would think. So, that's actually pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, yeah, this was definitely a stupid mistake. I can already tell. Maybe not. Okay, we still managed to make it in. Okay, yeah, we still managed to make it in. I wasn't sure if I messed up there or what. I was not sure if I messed it up there. I had a feeling like, oh, did I just mess that up? Like, I had a feeling like, oh, did I just... But, no, I didn't. Surprisingly, no, I didn't. Man, we managed to drain a lot of that. Of that health. Look at that. We managed to drain a lot of that health bar. Like, jeez. Like, Jesus, I managed to drain a whole lot of that health bar of Luxord's ship. Now we can board Luxord's ship. Be able to board it. Alright, Luxord. Again, Luxord always loving going to the Caribbean, for sure. Since you see him in 2 at Port Royal, and then on here. He definitely loves some piracy, I may add. He definitely loves some piracy. Definitely loves some good old-fashioned piracy. I should be able to take him out. That actually did not take out... Oh yeah, we still got these ones too. Duh. And I can just immediately just do the finisher with Never Fear. That whole thing with Jack. Do that whole finisher thing with Jack. There you go. Yeah, I knew that was going to finish it. For sure. I knew that was going to do it. That was certainly going to be able to finish off that Heartless. Now, Port Royal. Go and get the crabs. Go and collect the crabs. Loads and loads of crabs for sure. I mean, there's a really good spot that we can do when it comes to, that I always tend to do, and that's to go to the prison area. Yeah, going towards the prison area. Because that place got a lot of crabs. I mean, I'm sure it's probably not going to have the amount that we need, but still, it's got a good bit of crabs inside. Here's some crabs in here. There might be something wrong with your prison that you're running if there's crabs inside of here. I'm just saying. I'm sure you got a problem with your prison that you're trying to hold. If you've got again, see all these crabs. Yeah, it wasn't all that we needed, but it was still a huge bit. It was still a huge amount of crabs that we needed. Level 33. Yeah, again, that wasn't all of the crabs, but still managed to get a huge load of them from that whole barrel section. That's why I just love that whole section there, because, yeah, there's just so many crabs that you're able to get. Get these crabs. And yeah, falling from the trees too. The crabs just falling out of the trees. You can just get. This should definitely be the amount that we need here. By just falling onto this chest here. Boom! Like that. Still not enough. Well, hey, it's all good. Because just get these crabs here. And there we go. Got the amount that we needed. Not too bad. Not too hard, I can definitely say. Now we go and do the whole fight with Davy Jones. Be able to do the whole fight with Davy Jones now. Again, without watching the cutscenes, these visits, when you go to the worlds, are seem very short. When you're not watching the actual cutscenes. Like, yeah, I can just say, like, we just started this world, and then, yeah, we've already just about completed it. Like, we're getting to the end bit of the Caribbean. So, again, absolutely crazy. Really, a lot of the worlds, not just the Caribbean, but a lot of the worlds seem to be go very quick when you're not actually watching the cutscenes. Surprised didn't even get those ones there. So many of these Heartless on these ships, though. I'm telling you. There's so many on them. So many that are coming. Now we have that whole fight with these ships here that Luxord summons. But again, I don't know how he managed to get a whole nutter ship very quick. I don't know how Luxord was able to get a whole nutter ship very, very quick. Use this. This will definitely take out, or definitely damage some for sure. Yeah, that's certainly gotten some. And we can use some of this. Surprised that wasn't enough to take it out. Seems like, am I even hitting it at times? Like, yeah, we are hitting it. Like, we're certainly hitting it, that's for sure. Okay, use another one of these. I knew that wasn't going to be enough to take it out. It's the way that you could just disappear, though. These ships can just vanish. And just appear literally out of nowhere. Like, where did you come from? You can do just like that. Do another one of these. Make sure to land on where Luke's ship is. Yeah, definitely needed to try to land where his ship is. Definitely needed to make sure we landed where his ship was. Where are you at? There you are. Bring in your little mates with you. Bring in your crew, Luxord. Of course, it's going to disappear again. It's going to appear right in front of us. Yep. Okay, they just like to appear right in front of us. There we go. And now we can go and do the whole fight with Davy Jones. Well, first we gotta fight that whole Kraken like thing, but then we can do Davy Jones. Which that isn't gonna take long before we get to Davy Jones. Not gonna take long at all. Not long at all. Not that hard. It's not that hard anyway either. Hey, Davy Jones. Nice to suit Davy Jones a bit there too on his ship. Didn't even get this Davy Jones, didn't it? Not sure if it did. So hard to get it with these other tentacles too. There you go. Get that. If I can get some of those red things that keep appearing on the Flying Dutchman, then yeah. Definitely be good. Like that. To get these. Be able to drain through the health there. There you go. Now we have the Davy Jones fight. Let's go, Davy Jones. I'm just always teleporting everywhere. I'm just always teleporting everywhere. Okay, he's gonna do that DM. Desperation move. With these tentacles. Get Jack to help out. Take out a lot of these different tentacles. There you go, Goofy. Yeah, it's just dealing with these tentacles first before you can fight the Dutchman again. Or Davy Jones again. Kind of be the annoying part. Keeping him in the air for so long. Entirely skipped that whole other section of the desperation move. Like, how about that? Yeah, that's the Caribbean completed. That'll conclude this stream. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'd like to subscribe to my channel. Make sure one of these channels to make anything new. Like to know everything. Catch you next one.